Welcome to Friday Night Party Line for August 18th, 2017. I am your, well, at the moment, mildly, well, not mildly, very saddened and, well, just generally disdainful host, Victor Frost. Tonight on the show, we've got Churba. Hey, Churbs.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
I'm a person who exists.
Yeah.
At a moment in time. I'm a collection of star stuff who's just generally cross at all the other star stuff fucking shit up.
Yeah. Scojo, how you doing?
You know.
Yeah.
It's been a weird week.
Yeah, it has. All right, well, if you keep up with current events, and by that I don't mean flows of water in the ocean. Did it? Too late. Gotta inject a little levity in what is going to be a sad preamble to this episode. If you've been keeping up with current events, you know that bad things have happened. Several bad things concurrently, it would seem. First and foremost, let's take them on in the order in which they were enacted. There was 2 protests in Charlottesville, Virginia, this past weekend. The first of which was a protest by Nazis. Literal Nazis carrying torches through Charlottesville. And first of all, let us lament the fact that that even happened. And that there was enough of them wherein it was not a minor showing, let's say to the degree that there's a smattering of Westboro Baptist Church people who go and protest funerals. There was a large amount of Nazis. So we can lament that. And then, second to that, the next day during a counter-protest counter-protest to the Nazis, a Nazi drove his car into a group of protesters. You know, in an attempt to, well, not an attempt to, a successful attempt at running a bunch of people over, which ultimately led to the death of one of the protesters. And as if that wasn't bad enough, the leadership of this country was not only slow to respond in the appropriate manner, but when they did in fact respond, essentially minimized the issue. And to anyone who isn't trying to treat it with kid gloves and with a benefit of doubt, sided with the Nazis. And this is a phenomenally horrific issue that seems to be only escalating and escalating as this administration goes on, as the struggle against racists and the struggle with all the racial issues in this country that has been going on and seemingly on an uptick for the last 4 years. We can only hope that those who are affected in these incidents, the families of those who were lost, we can only hope that they have some amount of solace in their life, and we give them our condolences in their loss. and we hope that as a country we can press forward and just deal with this, as it seems that we have been doing for quite some time now. Woof. And then anything on that before we move on to the next bit? No?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. What do we got?
I mean, it's just so disappointing.
I don't. By the next bit, I don't
Yeah.
mean the next topic. I don't mean about Milan. I mean
the next
horrific atrocity.
Disaster. Yeah, next
Yeah.
atrocity. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it really sucks if we weren't at such a point in time where there's such a feeling of empowerment by white nationals and Nazis, and we actually had a leader who could, defiantly get up and make a clear message for more than 3 hours.
Before backpedaling.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, saying the wrong message. Okay, you know what? You screw up your message right away. That's fine. If you go and and then you correct yourself, but then immediately say I wasn't really serious.
Well, you see, that's what he did. He screwed up his message, and then he corrected himself.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I know. At one point he screwed up to make him sound presidential.
Like a human being.
Yeah. It's really easy. This is one of those really easy moments where any politician worth their salt would pretty much be able to denounce the Nazis. You can even say, he could have even started with denouncing, if he really wanted to say both sides caused violence, right? He could have started by saying Nazis and KKK are never good and never right? He could have clearly denoted them and said, we shouldn't have street fights, but these guys should never be there. Should never be, their opinion should not be in the public. And instead, he just tried to say, well, there was some good guys there.
Well,
that's what you have to do when you got to appeal to your base.
God damn it, Victor.
Did you both say that at the same time?
We both said that.
Not quite. I started about 4 seconds before him, but got lagged out.
I mean, the other argument that I was seeing is, of course, the second rally was supposed to be in support of against removing Confederate statues, which is a whole other fun topic.
That's great. Yeah,
it's those people have an argument to have showed up at the beginning, but as soon as the heavily armed militias of white supremacists and Nazis showed up, you probably should look at yourself and say, are we the baddies? It's as soon as the guy next to you is
Sieg Heil!
Yes, it's it's saying that, and and we're hey guys, let's go by the synagogue. Oh, hi Kaylee again.
I got the last.
Oh, what a nice topic for my 3-year-old. Hold.
Oh, don't worry. There is yet more to be disappointed about in America.
When will it
For example,
stop?
all of the people using the Nazi rally as a great opportunity to start yelling at Jews about Zionism. How about go fuck yourself?
It's hey guys, aren't we? Wouldn't you be if you were there for just the statues? Let's say you're just really naive and you don't realize that most of those statues were put up during the Civil Rights era, far after the Civil War. And specifically to have these white culture groups to kind of give a middle finger to black people as they were getting rights in the United States. Even if you didn't know that history, as soon as the guy next to you starts ranting about Jewish people, and you said, going starting to do Nazi salutes or putting on the armband, maybe it's time to figure out that you should get out of there.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know. It's just, it's disappointing. I mean, again,
You
if
would think that this would be obvious.
I know, right? It's just, there are like,
why are we even having this conversation?
well, Victor, how many times have we said since Trump was running, a normal politician should be able to handle this without having any trouble? How could he have stepped in that again? And it just happens again and again and again, and he just double downs. I mean, and then of course your next topic is that there was a terrorist attack in Barcelona.
Yup.
Which
Yup.
kind of segues into this topic because he was really quick to, denounce it, which is fine, right? I mean, if he could have done that with the attack that actually occurred in the United States.
Well, except ISIS isn't voting for him.
But then he goes on Twitter and he posts about General Pershing and this myth about how he stopped Muslim fighters in the Philippines when we invaded and took over the Philippines, and the population was kind of fighting back against us. That's clearly not true, and is a forward that my dad gets from his crazy right-wing friends. And it's like, here's the president pointing out, hey guys, you should go check this out. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, what do you expect from someone who ignores the CIA information from the CIA, the FBI, and the other intelligence agencies in this country, and instead gets all of his daily briefings from Fox?
Oh, not fucking much. Why do you ask?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think they were, they've done like a graph or something between topics they talk about on Fox and Friends in the morning. And
what he tweets about.
Yeah, and what he tweets about. I mean,
then
right. He attacking like the Merck CEO for leaving the council. He just starts ranting against him. There's so much. There's a video out there on Twitter that's from CNN where they went through the last 4 weeks, and they just list all the crazy shit that has occurred in the last 4 weeks, and it is amazingly
staggering.
Long. It is staggeringly. I mean, can you imagine? In the last 4 weeks, the mooch occurred. We didn't even have a chance to talk about that.
No.
And that's like a crazy topic on its own.
Yeah.
One moment. Scott, do you know Conrad?
I do know Conrad.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on. This is unrelated.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Right. Moving from one travesty to another. There was a terrorist attack in Barcelona yesterday. Yesterday our time. I don't know how quite time zones work out for Barcelona, but yesterday our time there was a terrorist attack in Barcelona at about 5 p.m. on Thursday. A van rammed through a crowd on a popular tourist tourism street, and needless to say, it was done with the intent to hurt and to scare and to frighten and to kill. As of right now, authorities have said that 13 people are dead, more than 100 injured. 80 people were taken to the hospital. The main suspect has been caught and was found and is dead. He's dead. ISIS has claimed responsibility for it. And here we are again. It is... I'm just... I feel like I've heard and read about enough attacks and things like this, I don't know how to describe what I'm feeling apart from a little numb at this point, which feels really heartless to say. But the fact that there are people out there who feel as though they have a need to hurt people for whatever reason is just to hurt people they don't know. There are lots of times where we want to hurt people we do know, but to go out and want to and to think that this is what they should be doing is just, I can't fathom it. And to all the people in Barcelona, however unlikely it is that you're hearing this, to the people in Barcelona who are injured or hurt, or know someone who are injured or hurt, we hope that everything is okay. We hope that you can find some peace. So, I don't know. Thankfully, though, that incident is a bit more locked down in terms of the dude who did it is dead. So, anything you guys want to add about that?
Not much more to add, I'm afraid. I mean, about the only thing is we're not...
Oh, I can't hear you,
actually
Churba. Churba, you're
ISIS.
like
What?
broken up. You're breaking up. Can you say that again?
Alright, anyway, I just had to pause the Fast Karate stream because I think it was taking up bandwidth.
Nothing. I'm getting nothing. God damn it.
I hear him just fine.
Oh, so it's just Victor.
It's just Victor.
You're in and out, man. I can't. I'm not getting anything.
Can you... Scott, can you ask him if he gets you?
Do you get me, right?
I'm getting you right now.
Yeah, and you're
Okay,
getting
can
some
you
water
please-
sounds.
Can you please relay this?
I can hear you. Churba, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
You
The only
can?
thing to add really is that we're not entirely sure that it was actually even ISIS who carried out this attack.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, they claim responsibility, but I stubbed my toe on the way to have a piss at 3 o'clock this morning, and I'm pretty sure I got a text from ISIS claiming responsibility.
Right.
Yeah.
That is something they do. They'll claim responsibility for things they have no connection, they have no, affiliation with, to show to try to show that they have reach and power and stuff.
Yeah, one of the things that's amazing is how often cars are being utilized now for these kind of attacks, and how it's. I mean, I don't know if I just started noticing that everybody's been using cars a lot more compared to other times, but I feel like cars were not as for being such a tragically effective weapon. In these situations, it's amazing that it's kind of been suddenly in the last couple of years, cars have been really big. Now that we're having to add, big metal poles into any pedestrian area to ensure that a car can't get up there and get into it. But Europe is, that's happening I guess every couple months in Europe at any fair that they have.
The good thing is I can add the Kaylee guest tag to this episode when I finally do get around to uploading it. It's a child category under Scojo.
But, well, here's the thing. Basically they've discovered that, unlike bombs, you don't need someone to train to make a car. You can just buy one.
Yeah.
You don't need to train
Or steal one.
someone how to use, effectively place, or otherwise plan to use a car, because, it's pretty easy to get it in place and then without any suspicion, and then just do the deed.
Yeah.
And plus, it's a non-suspicious item. Everyone has cars. I mean, if you're rolling around with a truck full of fucking info, people are generally going to get a bit sus. Nobody gets sus about your used Toyota Corolla until you decide to drive it into a pedestrian mall.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a tactical evolution of the usage of commonly available, highly effective weapons now that, bombs and guns and such are becoming harder to acquire and use for them.
Yeah.
Well, except for the Nazis who did exactly the same thing in Charlottesville, because I think that was more just opportunism. They already have guns.
Yeah, they were apparently better armed than the policemen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did you guys see that Vox video? Was it?
I mean, I saw that, but I saw the statement by the governor of, or was it the governor of Virginia?
Yeah.
Not
For
Fox,
if you
but
don't
I
know what
did
I'm.
see that apparently the police had uncovered a number of weapon caches belonging to white supremacists, like in Charlottesville. So
Whoa. I mean, color me unsurprised, but Yeah, but if you in the audience don't know what I'm talking about, Vox put out incredibly quickly. They put out a 28 minute mini documentary about the whole Charlottesville thing because they happened to have a reporter embedded with the white supremacists going to their rally, who then went to the counter protest the next day. So it was very, very good, very good luck on their part. So they managed to get a little mini documentary turned around pretty quick, and it's you got to hear what some of those crazy wackadoodles are saying. It's just fuck me. All right. Anything else regarding Barcelona before we move on to greener pastures here?
Yeah, I'm tired of.
I got nothing.
Just,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
just been days and days of talking about this subject.
I know, guys.
Sucks. And
Every time I've been getting nervous every time my cell phone goes off because I go to look at my watch. I'm like, please don't be an LA Times alert about another
hey,
incident.
at least the alert you got today was a good one.
I didn't get one. My watch
you
was
didn't?
charging. What happened today?
No, Bannon was.
Oh, right,
talked
Bannon.
out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Gannon.
Bannon,
I mean,
out on his
Bannon.
fucking-
All right. Oh, you know
Out
what?
on his ass.
Let's add this to the little topic list. Ding dong. The disease riddled beige turd is dead. Well, not dead, but out of the.
I hear they didn't actually have to escort him out like they did with Scaramucci. I hear they just waited until he was trying to suck his own cock in the Lincoln bedroom, and while he was all bent over, they just rolled him out the door.
Na, 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 na.
Yeah, and
Like
apparently
fucking
he's.
hula hoop. They're just whacking him with a stick. He's just like, oh, harder. I don't know why he suddenly became like Welsh.
Within hours of him being fired in the White House, he is already back at Breitbart.
At Breitbart.
That's because, much like the Gremlins, he never left.
Exactly.
Like he still was just as involved. Well, not just as involved as before. He had stepped down from his editor role, but it was only for as long as he was in the White House. The moment he got out of the White House, he was coming straight back. We all knew it.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name of that that lady in the White House? I don't remember her role and I don't remember her name, but there was this thing about her name crosses a name off of her list and turns the page. What was that? Do you know who I'm talking about?
I'm pretty sure Kellyanne Conway is on that list. So
No, I'm
it's not
sure,
her.
but who is the person?
Are you talking
what
about the
med-
28-year-old
Sanders,
communication director?
Kelly Sanders, or whatever her name was again. I know her last name was Sanders because I always get shit across my fucking metaphorical desk with Sanders on it, but not that Sanders. I'm not old white Jewish Sanders. Young white blonde Sanders.
Yeah, well, you mean Hicks? Hope Hicks?
Hope Hicks.
The
That
28-year-old
sounds very familiar. Yes.
strategic communications advisor?
Yes.
That might be the one.
That her name is very familiar to me.
be who you're talking about. But yeah, she took over. She's now the communication director. She's a Trump from the actual Trump company, and has been around him the whole time. Is like one of his like inside people.
There it is. Found it. Hope Hicks looks down at her notebook. With a red pen, she neatly crosses out the name Stephen K. Bannon. She smiles and turns the page. There's this wonderful, huge, Twitter thread that's just this. It's just great. Let me pop that in the chat there. Hey, Ronnie. No, we're not playing Nekopara. We're not doing that. There you go.
We should be, though.
We're not. We're not anymore. Nekopara has been purged from the list. Anyways. It's been Victor looks down at his notebook. With a red pen, he neatly crosses out the name Nekopara. No, we're
It's
still
okay.
playing Dream Daddy.
We will work hard and we will get him again, Ronnie. We will get him again.
Well, actually, if I have the time, either this Sunday or tomorrow, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna play Sonic Mania. But anyways, all right. So Stephen Bannon's gone. Scaramouche, he went to do the Fandango, so he's gone. Any other notable firings? I'm sorry, or willful retirements.
You mean Ryan's Priebus?
Yeah,
Sure.
wait, is he?
Rince Priebus?
Did he happen? Did Rinse
You
and
didn't know
Wash
about
get
that?
out of there? No,
Dude,
what?
He got rinsed.
Yeah, he got
What?
rinsed. Yeah,
Really?
Kelly's in charge.
He
That
washed
was
out.
Yeah, he upgraded to General Kelly, who got to sit there and.
Oh
look like
yeah,
he was-
Ryan's Priebus. No, I
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, I know.
That's Rince Priebus.
Right. John Kelly's in there now, and he seems to be cleaning house.
He seems to be thrilled to be at some of these events.
Oh, I love this. Ryan's Priebus. People also search for Stephen K. Bannon, Stephen Mnuchin, and Anthony Scaramucci.
Yeah.
All right. Alrighty. So that's. So how long? What do you guys think? How long do you think until the Trump administration spins itself apart?
No, we gotta place a bet. On
Gotta place a bet?
Who the next person
Who's
is,
next?
and
Who's
how many
next?
weeks until the next person goes.
Do you think John Kelly's at risk for getting out, or do you think he's?
I don't think Trump has the cojones to fire a general that hasn't conspired with Russia at some point.
You mean someone with integrity?
Yeah.
Well, if you're talking about anyone with integrity, we're already getting pretty far down the Republican ranks.
No,
a little middle section where you go like,
What's going on the vice president's team? Has he lost anyone?
no
'Cause
one
the
cares.
Vice president has his own staff. Has he
No, I know,
lost
but-
anybody?
No one cares about those staff members.
What do you think is going on with him? You think he's just sort of sitting in the background going, let's just wait this out.
You didn't hear him go totally to bat for Trump after this. He
No.
stayed silent for a little while, and then he came back from his trip early and pretty much was like, we're focusing too much on the Nazis.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, ooh, why didn't you just stay quiet? That would have been really smart.
Yeah.
Don't talk.
Don't
So
just-
anyway, I say under 2 weeks, Groka, or whatever that guy's name is, the one advisor that is connected to Nazi groups in Hungary, Gorka.
he's going to be lonely at lunchtime.
Yeah, I think he's next to under 2 weeks.
Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, Time magazine seems to want to agree with you. Quote their headline, one of Steve Bannon's closest allies could be next to leave the White House. So they say. This is going to be interesting. What about you, Churbs? You feeling good about a guess on Gorka?
I don't know. It's hard to say. We really need to factor in, does Trump know Gorka exists? And like, does he or does he not confuse it with the ex-celebrity gossip site?
Oh.
They're.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you mean? I can't find Gorka. Peter already took care of them.
I assume.
They won't report on me anymore.
I assume it's either going to be him or Sanders, the the daughter of Huckabee, that goes.
It still
'Cause
weirds me out that she's like, everyone just refers to her as Sanders.
Well, no one cares about Bernie anymore.
Oh, my Twitter message.
Whoa, come on. Yo, what did you just do to us? Victor. Okay, guys, remember, Victor just said this. Even though...
This was Victor over
That's right.
Where's my compass?
Yeah. You know what? I'll take you guys on in the YouTube comments. Go ahead. Get in there.
Oh, you mean them, not us. Okay. I'm like,
No, not you
yeah,
guys.
I'll
No,
wait till
them. The them. I want... Go ahead, Bernie Bros. Get in the YouTube comments. And remember, you really have to leave the video running to get my full opinion on the subject.
Because it's just lucky it's in the comments, because I mean, I don't know, like, lucky it's them. Be interesting if you tried to take me in a fight.
No, the Bernie Bros are always good for a laugh. Anywho, let's see here. What else? I had a good thought in my head, and it's gone now.
Yeah,
So,
we should move on to the good topic. Even though
Let's move on.
I love talking about politics.
I know
For
you
some
do.
reason, I
Yelling
am
something about
so
cops and
tired.
necks and being mad.
Who's yelling? What now?
Dave.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Right. So, happy days. Malala Yousafzai. Happy days. God, that show was... It had its ups and downs. Anywho, let's see. Where did I do with my
jumped the
topics list?
shark, right? It just jumped
Yeah,
the
right.
shark
Well,
at this point.
the jumping the shark was an up and down. So, there's where I put my topics. Found you. So, Malala Yousafzai, who you may remember as the wonderfully brave girl, now a young lady, who I believe like 5 years ago is when this happened. She was shot in the face by sexist, horrible, people. I don't remember. Did they have a specific group name, or were they just angry, sexist Muslim men?
I do not
Wait,
recall.
you should have done your research, Victor.
I
I'm pretty sure. Was it the is she from Afghanistan?
was it the Taliban?
I feel like.
Yeah. Hold on a
probably-
second.
Now you're gonna make me look it up.
I'm looking it up too. Malala
I'm not
Yousafzai
looking it up
facts. Here we
because
go.
I'm just kind of like
Yep, Taliban. It was Taliban. Yep. When she was 15, she was shot in the face by the Taliban. That was not enough to kill her. And she, being a badass young lady, went on to continue being an advocate for girls' education, which she was doing since she was 11. She's now 20. She addressed the United Nations, and she's already published a memoir. I gotta wonder, though, a memoir at this early on? I mean, granted, she probably has a lot to write about, but I feel like a memoir should be one of those things you tackle in your golden years. You know?
People make memoirs of different periods of their life.
Oh. But yeah, she was accepted in. She was offered, along with many other prestigious universities, offered by Oxford to attend, Oxford. And she's going to be going there. She is going to be getting she's going to be studying philosophy, politics, and economics, or PPE. It's one of the degrees offered by Oxford. And I think that's really kind of awesome. I'm glad she's going to college at Oxford, and I feel kind of bad for saying this, and not somewhere here. But the reason I bring it up is and I heard about this while driving the other day. Thank you NPR. She is a phenomenally, I don't know how to quite articulate this. I had trouble even coming up with it when giving the the guests the description for the topic. She is a phenomenally. Churba, help me out here. I can't pick the word out of my brain. It's just not coming out here, man.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what quality you're referring to.
I mean, I want to say go-getter, but that doesn't quite describe it,
Ambitious?
What?
Ambitious? I leaned away from the microphone.
Not ambitious, no. What?
Driven?
Motivated.
You know what it is? It's like an amalgam of all those. It's like what makes people like Elon Musk and
she's a sexist.
No,
she's anti-union.
No, I don't think she's ever expressed an opinion on that.
Then how is she like Elon Musk? God damn it.
Visionary isn't the right word. Damn it. What?
Forward-looking.
Forward-looking is part of it. Fuck, I can't.
She's all of those things except
awesome. Let's just say
Elon Musk.
Awesome, successful. I mean, you it's like the kind of person you look at and you're like, "Oh shit, they are going to kick life's ass."
We've been doing this for like 7 years and we're still so bad at this.
Well, no, I will say this. Yesterday I was listening to the episode that we put out a year after I took over. And we are so much better than we were. So that's a good thing. We are so much better than we were.
Okay, what traits does she have that you admire?
It's not. I'm not just talking about her. I'm talking about
Constitution?
Okay, well, Constitution. How do you mean by Constitution? Because there's multiple.
Skeleton.
Handle spicy food really well. Can
taps into the Phoenix Force.
The Phoenix Force. Wait, what is that? Is that an X-Men thing?
Yes.
Yeah, he's just going through X-Men stuff at this point.
Okay. There you go.
I just
has purple blades from her hands.
Wait, which one is that?
That's Psylocke.
Oh, okay. Is that the one is that the character Olivia Munn played?
Maybe.
Oh my god. Hey, next acceptable advice is we can talk all X-Men if you want.
You're gonna have to explain X-Men to me.
Yeah, I can explain X-Men really well.
Oh, we
there's
should
a great
podcast
podcast.
To Rachel and Miles.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have a great podcast.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to
so like traits. I don't know how to describe it apart from saying there are some people that you will look at them and you will look at what they've even done so far and you look at them and you look at that and you say, wow, that person is really going to kick life's ass. Like there are people who are just inordinately successful in whatever they set out to do.
Yeah, and at the same time, they also have the ability to kind of almost grasp the arc of history as it occurs. I mean, like, would she have been able to? Would she, if she had not been shot,
Right.
been able to achieve the level of prominence and importance that she has achieved?
Well, she was already kind of. I mean,
And
the
she
whole
was.
reason she was shot was because
exactly.
she was doing
But some
that.
people get shot, and
That's
it's
their
traumatic, and they just
springboard.
can't. No, I mean they just. I mean, what she can't. Like you just can't. It traumatizes you to the point where you can't deal with it. Like
Yeah.
some people have just the fortitude.
Fortitude. Yeah.
And I mean, she just has a good combination of everything, from just being able to just persevere, which is perseverance is probably another word you're looking for.
Should persevere. Let's see. I'm going to open up Notepad.
You just gonna start. Here are my.
We're going to write this stuff down because that was kind of the point of this. Okay, so perseverance. There we go.
Rising
I
above
butchered-
adversity.
Is that not a sub skill of
It is.
perseverance?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, really, that's what you really need, right?
Yeah. Stick to itiveness is I think the market speak way of putting it.
So you're just trying to look for.
So you see, so like you'll see like the like, for example, there's like the book Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, which God, that book is wow.
Such a load
But
of gibberish.
oh, it is absolutely gibberish. But I'm looking for like those sorts of things, like that sort of. Okay, let's look at these people who are pretty fucking awesome, and let's try to figure out what it is about them that makes them fucking awesome, that can translate to people writ large, or that people at large can look and try to cultivate those skills.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Elon Musk has enough money to do whatever he wants without having to worry about making rent.
Got it.
That makes
Money.
it pretty awesome.
Yeah,
So
money.
is very
let's
important
make sure
there.
that everybody has enough money to be able to live and indulge in their hobbies a little bit and eat and have a roof over their head without having to worry about it, much like Elon Musk, so they can also achieve great things.
So what I'm hearing is-
space communism.
What I'm hearing is basic living wage.
Yes, that'll do.
Let's not even go so far. Let's not even go so far as to say minimum provided income. Let's just start with basic living wage.
For a second there, I thought you were about to say, let's not go as far as saying full automated luxury gay space communism. But
I suppose for some people that would be a great boon, but
I wonder how many of those people would be called Boone.
what?
I
I'm
was
sure there's a
playing
joke.
Fallout, but in New Vegas, and the last
Okay.
person we met was some dude called Boone. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
we shot him. We might not have. Not sure.
Okay. Because I knew you were referencing something, but for the life of me, I had no idea what.
Oh no, I wasn't referencing that. It's just like, people are called Boone sometimes.
That's a weird. I've never met anyone named Boone.
Well, not Boone like B-O-O-N, like B-O-O-N-E usually.
Only as a last name, never as a first name.
I've met
Okay.
a few with it as a first name.
Okay. Okay, so basic living wage, which, I mean, is something I think most people are already trying to cultivate. So,
No sense of shame. That works for Trump. That got him very far.
okay, can we try to go with let's go with the inverse of that. Not prideful, not too prideful, you know?
Okay.
There's a word. God, there's a word for that. Humble. There you go. Humble. Humility. There you go. We don't want to say don't have any shame, because that comes with some connotations to it.
Oh yeah, there was one other thing that Trump was that you should also not be if you want to succeed in life. Oh yeah, a fucking Nazi.
There you go. So I'm
Only
gonna
a
put that
fucking
under.
Nazi, or you
I'm gonna
will
put that
come to
down
bed and
under.
you will find me lurking there, fucking ready to spring out and drag you to the fucking depths.
Sure, but have I told you that I still use you to scare convention goers?
Good, you should. I'm scary.
I'm gonna put not being a Nazi under as human empathy.
That works too, yes.
Yeah, there you go. Human empathy, being empathetic to people. I mean, animals too, because
Yeah,
we don't want you to be like a Michael Vick or whatever. You know, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not sure that made him like good at football, or whether that was just something he also did. But evidence says probably the latter.
Yeah. No, I don't mean. No, I was not implying that made him good at football. I'm attempting to dissuade any possible psychopaths in our audience from, killing dogs.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Right. What do you think, Skojo? What else? What else could you describe successful, awesome people like that with? Tap-a-da-tap, tap-a-tap-a-tap-tap.
Fighting my 3-year-old right now.
Also, you kind of dropped out a bit there for me, and I was trying to decipher what you said while I typed something to someone else. What did you say?
I was basically just going tap it to tap, tap it,
No,
tap
before
it to
that.
tap, tap. I was asking Skojo what he thought.
Oh.
Right. But he's
Well, he thinks
he's
that
in
he
a
has to
struggle.
wrangle his 3-year-old.
There you go. He's. Oh no!
she's
Kaylee's
dead now.
hauled him away. All that was left was his spinning chair. Oh no!
She's like a tiny Mexican wrestler. She's strong, man. She'll throw you over her shoulder and like.
All
run
right. So
out
while
and smash you or
Skojo,
something.
while Skojo isn't here, do you think I should send? Because I have his address. I could send Kaylee a little luchador mask.
Do it. All right, audience, tell us in the chat. Hold on.
No, don't bring it up in the chat, because Skojo's never gonna go back
no.
and listen to this.
Not our chat.
Yeah. There you go. Nope, he's still. You have to wrangle her again. Oh. Little luchador.
The question has been posed to another Twitch chat.
Oh, give me the Okay, is it Fast Karate Chat? Here you go.
It is indeed.
All right. Yeah. Hang on.
Friends from the internet are assisting us in this matter.
Oh, nope. Mute that. Okay, I'm here. While
the hell?
Skojo's away, me and Turbo will play. I had to mute the the chat.
Yeah, things are very interesting here. But yes, carry on.
Yeah.
As normal, folks, that was some thrilling silent radio.
Well, I've heard worse on Morning Talk. Oh, hey, Skojo, welcome back. Oh, he's got his headphones on. Oh, hi, Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee.
Hi,
How are
Kaylee.
you?
Why
How
don't
are
you?
you?
Why
That's good to hear. I'm glad.
Why don't you tell
Are-
them what trait you admire in your daddy, who's a very successful person?
Yes, do tell us.
My mom is right there. I want him for a little while.
Aha.
Oh, okay.
Cool, man.
Tell me more.
Yeah, go on.
I want the next few away.
Aha.
Like Steven Universe?
Yeah.
Ah.
My glass.
You like Miraculous?
Ooh.
What traits does does Ladybug have that you like?
I want sometimes always do. And my mommy always. Mommy's coming.
Aha.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Bye bye, Kaylee. So maybe we should just try to be more like Kaylee. I think.
Yeah, no, I can see the benefits of that. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's less stressful. There's apple slices in the afternoon sometimes. I mean,
Yep.
Mostly yogurt and M&Ms.
Yogurt and M&Ms, yeah.
I can dig yogurt and M&Ms. Yeah. Maybe not for breakfast, but
All right.
Yes.
How about do you think it's necessary for someone to have a thirst for knowledge to be that kind of a successful person, or is it really, or is
I
that
think
kind of
it
not
is
necessary?
definitely an asset. I'm not sure if it's necessarily vital, because there's some people, I'm not going to say dumb. Let's just say that the gears may grind slow, but they grind very fine, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes determination is a lot more important than intelligence. Or skill, or really anything other than just
'Cause you can-
doing it when you fuck everything up over and over again.
I mean, I think if there's anything we can learn from like those Boston Dynamics robots is you don't have to be awesome at walking. You just got to keep on twitching until you get to where you need to get.
Also, as a side note, did you notice that last Cerulean and Kimono Friends, the big black one, was it was modeled almost exactly on the Boston Dynamics big dog?
Yep.
The legs just go the other way.
Yep. Yep. I noticed that.
They're telling you something. And that something is that you're a fucking furry.
I think one of the traits.
Jesus
I don't know
shit.
if you guys.
I just got fucking fatal framed. I'm sorry.
I think another factor is able to kind of keep yourself free from distraction. Probably, I'm sure
The ability to concentrate.
Yeah, concentrate on a particular
Something
thing
we
and
clearly
drive
don't
towards it.
have.
Clearly, from this podcast, you see that we do not have these traits.
It doesn't help that we're all tired.
Oh yeah, we're all shattered, man.
Almighty. Eventually, when this episode does make it to be, you know, a podcast and not just a YouTube live stream, for you audience members who are listening, all of us have bags under our eyes at the moment.
Like, I sent the boys a video before about what work is like, but to quote from that video, this job has taken me in every fucking orifice in my body. It has reamed me out and just left an empty fucking husk.
Yep.
I mean, there's many ways to succeed, Victor.
Yeah.
To just ruin your topic.
Go no, please. If you got another angle to take on this, I'm always.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you're looking for characteristics of successful people, everybody, it depends on the situation you're in and who you are in that situation, and everybody has different situations, so different characteristics make you succeed. That's why you have a Trump who technically succeeds, and then you have a Bill Gates, and you got a freaking Elon Musk, and you got a what's her
Name someone
name?
who isn't a white guy.
I know, right? I was trying to name
Oprah
Oprah
Winfrey.
Yeah, Oprah. Yeah, you have an Oprah Winfrey. You got
Barack Obama.
Yeah, Barack Obama. That's a good example, right?
John Lewis.
Exactly. Yeah, and they rose to the situations that they had in front of them. Some had situations where they were, trying to succeed in a new business, and some were getting beat up by a bunch of angry white people. Like John Lewis, who got beat up a whole bunch of times, but still was able to rise to the occasion and fight for the rights. It's just there's no set. I think that's where all those books are just a pile of baloney, right? The 7 traits or whatever.
Behind you.
Yeah, I know. She's coming. generally, do you feel that you've been successful in your life? Has your life been a waste? What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry, was that a question? Was that a rhetorical question or directed at us?
I'm just kind of like saying that this topic's bullshit, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah.
It's pandering horseshit so that we can finish the show on a happier note.
No, I thought the next question was the happier.
No, the next question is the pandering bullshit so we can finish the show on the happier note. This topic was me desperately trying to claw some good news out of an otherwise abysmal news cycle for this, what is ostensibly a current events show. So, Churba, what have you got that makes you happy? Let's go. Come on.
Well, apparently the Fast Karate stream and watching Dave get grabbed by the ghoulies.
I have it paused so it doesn't play through, but yeah.
I do not. He got grabbed by a ghost in Fatal Frame, and it was kind of amusing.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
I was about to start singing along, then I realized I'm hearing it on a delay, and you'll hear me on a delay, and you're the one recording, so it will sound fucking so.
We'll have it up
for the listeners.
We'll have it as a round. It'll be like row, row, row.
Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion makes me happy. Pretty much anything to do with Star Wars. Making things with tools, working on my van. Speaking of which, I just found out I might not have to rebuild the car after all.
Ooh, good.
Because I either also or instead had a breached vacuum line. So I'm going to have to replace some vacuum line, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass, but I can do it fucking easily. And hopefully it'll work after that, because that will save me about $120.
Whoop, whoop. Nice.
And 5.5 hours of my time.
I did some building yesterday. I built a VESA compatible monitor stand.
No,
that was
really?
fun. Yeah.
Like you build it, as in
doing stuff,
you
hanging
just
out, you know, good friends,
You mean
good people.
you assembled
we make
it?
things.
No, I mean, I had some MDF and some, metric screws, and I built a monitor mount.
Oh, okay.
Monitor stand. So, yeah.
Oh, and also behind me I have some things that I'm being very circumspect here.
Yes, I see
some
that.
things that a friend... Wait a minute, I don't have to. They're actually up online for pre-sale now.
There you go.
New pins arrived.
Woo woo.
And they look baller as fuck.
New pins from a month.
Y'all.
Y'all.
There you go.
Let's take a look.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, what are those? I see one of them is lion in a box.
Yep, box line.
I see Vulpix. Was that an Alolan Vulpix?
A shiny Alolan Vulpix.
Oh.
2 whale sharks.
Yeah.
Bastet,
2 Egyptian cat things.
Anubis.
Hmm.
Startail. Amaterasu from that game about the fox.
Amaterasus.
Very hot frisbee.
Very hot
on
frisbee?
its back.
I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what that is.
Okami, I think it was.
I've never played it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Skojo, what's making
all on pre-order?
Yeah. Skojo, what's making you happy recently?
Well, I have my daughter's always a shining light in my.
Naturally, but can you give us something that isn't a cop out?
What makes me happy? I've been just. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm a parent.
I am sorry that you are struggling with this.
Well, no, I'm not struggling. I'm generally a happy person. It's just not the week that I've been particularly happy about things.
Do you read any good comics? That's always a good go-to.
I'm always, I'm always reading a whole bunch of Marvel.
Fuck! I forgot. I was gonna add
that
this.
Makes me happy too.
I forgot. I was gonna add this to the topic list. God, where there's a there's a new subscription service that you can pay $10 a month for and get to go to a movie a day for free in the movie theater.
Is it our Patreon?
No.
Subscribe to that for $10 a month.
I am, to all of you Patreon supporters, I am hoping that the reason you give money is because of what goes on the YouTube channel. Because there hasn't been a podcast uploaded to the website in about a month and a week.
Yeah, life has kind of gotten in the way. Every time Victor would have had time to record and edit a show, everyone else had shit come up.
Or like shit came up in my own life, which had to be dealt with like immediately.
Yeah, and then like every time that we were all available, Victor was like, "Oh, shit's happening, man. I can't do it." I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
was prepared. No, I wasn't. That's a
fucked up.
lie, but I was going to show up.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which.
Yeah, Movie Pass. Movie Pass was something I wanted to bring up and kind of talk about here. Let me check a link in case you guys
I
don't
also
feel
got
like...
another pin just for the show.
There we go. Boop.
Let's see if you can actually
There
see
you
the
go.
gold
Oh.
on it. There we go.
What is that?
Focus, please.
Focus, you
Focus, please.
fuck.
Focus
Pull it back a
without
little bit
stealing
from the
cat-
camera. There you go.
we go.
Prepared for nothing. There you go.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So Movie Pass, $9.99 a month. You get a special debit card sort of thing, and you can watch a movie for free every day at a movie theater. They have agreements with
Satan. Satan himself.
Probably.
Lucifer, the bringer of light.
Mm-hmm.
This-
Oh, here we go. FAQ. Perfect. Boom.
Ah, fuck.
Theaters. How do I know if it's... where can I use Movie Pass? Perfect. Let's see. 91% of theaters nationwide in the U.S. There you go. So, like, AMC is part of it. I mean, the website's kind of vague, but lots of good articles about it. What do you guys... Is that something you guys would do? If it, sure, but if it was available in Australia, naturally.
I actually
$10.
probably would, yeah. Because a lot of time I end up, like, because of work and other shit like that, or, like, just not being able to afford to go out to the movies and basically burn that time plus the cost of going to a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because unless I want to pay, like, $20-$30 all up to go to a movie, then I have to truck my ass all the way across town to the fucking cheap theaters over in Hawthorne.
Mm.
And only on one night a week. And they don't always have the films I want to see. So,
Yeah.
like, I generally just wait for streaming or, like, to buy them on, what's his name, digital download or shit like
Yeah.
that. And I miss out on a lot of movies. So if I could just, like, go to a movie, so, like, roll up to Garden City and spend an hour at the movies and then fucking come home again, get back to work. Yeah, I'd fucking pay $9 a month for that.
Hmm?
Like, I could literally watch the first 20 minutes or so of a movie, and it would have literally paid for itself.
I know, right? It really does. This, whatever this is, feels like it's too good to be true.
And yet it's not, apparently.
Well, I mean, who knows how long it's gonna last?
We'll find out, I
I
guess.
mean,
I
I assume that they're trying to do like the gym model of going to the movies.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
get this pass, and then you're like not going to have enough time to go to the movies, so they're gonna be like,
Probably.
"Oh, great." But
Yeah.
I feel like if you go to one movie around here, one movie a month,
Pay for
it will
itself.
cost you more than $10
Right.
for just you. So
Yeah.
I
It's like the best coupon ever.
don't see how this is gonna work at that price. Now,
Mm.
if you said like $30 a month or something, I could see how that would be successful.
I can.
If
You know
everybody signs up.
No. It's because movie theaters make pretty much fuck all when it comes to movies.
Tickets. Yeah.
Like, ticket sales are a loss.
Oh no, I
leader,
know that.
basically.
Yeah.
So if they could just not bother selling tickets,
Right.
and they were able to make up that money on concessions from more people coming in, I could see them agreeing to this, because a lot of people are turned off purely by the price of going to the movies plus concessions plus everything else. If you remove one of the things that everyone thinks is the real big cost of going to the movies, then yeah, you could probably get a lot more people in, sell a lot more stuff that actually makes you money. And you're fucking laughing.
Yeah.
And hopefully someone else is talking, because I'm not sure how much further I can vamp.
I don't know. I mean, how the movie companies would be the ultimate losers, right? Because they're the ones that are getting the majority of the ticket sale. So, I mean, even if you sell more concessions, if you're getting less for the movie, I mean, I guess more people are going to the movies. Or
I guess that's the idea. Wow, there are a ton of movie theaters around me that support this. Wow, that's quite a bit. Like, all of them that I can think of support this. That's kind of awesome. Huh.
It's kind of like one of those other things where I really wish when I was a kid or like a teenager.
Oh,
or in my
yeah,
20s,
man.
that
If I
was
had this as a teenager, forget it.
Like, I'm only able to go to the movies like once a month anyway, and it's usually to see whatever Marvel or DC or
man.
Star Wars film has come out.
I burned so much of my life as a teenager in Rhode Island just killing time.
When I was
If I could just...
I worked in a movie theater, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked in a movie theater too one summer.
Yeah. The movie theater in my town had like 5 screens. So we were wasn't not a lot of selection. It was just spend most of the time in the library. All right, so Movie Pass all around seems too good to be true, but would totally do it. Got it. All right, so Skojo, did you ever say what was making you happy apart from just
I'm a man of simple tastes. I read a bunch of comics, I play video games, I hang out with my daughter.
There you go.
And my wife, and we live a life of simplicity.
See?
The beach also makes me happy. I like going to the beach.
There you go.
I like going.
See, this is a guy who's got life figured out.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I also, the thing I was going to say is I really, really love politics, but not right now for some reason.
Not at the
right
moment. You're a little politicked out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a little burned.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, all right. So, what's making me happy is something I've yet to actually get on to do it. Well, one thing that's making me happy is the game Dream Daddy, which is amazing.
Okay, it was. I was struggling to hold back a laugh there when Dave just suddenly shouts out, "Gotcha, bitch!" at a ghost.
But apart from Dream Daddy, I got when I was last year, right after my birthday, I did my first pre-order ever. I'd never pre-ordered a game before, and I pre-ordered it, and I forgot about it, and this Wednesday, I got a package in the mail. I didn't know what it was, but I went and I opened it up, and I was like, "Ah, belated birthday present from me, Sonic Mania."
Did you put all of that back in the box after showing us earlier just so you could unbox it again?
Just so, yes. Thank you, Churba. That is exactly... Well, no, I've been showing this to people these past few days.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I bet you did. There we go.
I can't believe it was $40 though.
Yeah.
Like that is quality for $40.
Yeah, no, and this is my favorite part of this statue here. Ready? Ready? What the fuck?
I'm not as good as Super Nintendo.
Man, fuck that. The Genesis was amazing. Yeah, and I got the comes with this fake cartridge. This is the only thing about it that makes me sad. This isn't a functioning cartridge that if you put into a Genesis you could play like a small version of the game. This is, it's a fake, but it's got a ring in it. This makes me fills me with such such
Victor
glee.
is such a big fan that Sonic sent him a wedding ring.
I will say this. Quite frankly, I'm a little bit surprised that Sega of America hasn't approached me to see if they can get my Tumblr URL, which is sonic.tumblr.com. So this has made me happy, and as soon as I put the Steam code into my Steam library, it's going to make me a lot happier. So that's where it's at. So there you go.
Yes. Excellent.
Yeah.
Victor, you're the host. Do something.
I know.
I don't know.
I'm struggling with my child here.
I'm watching you struggle with your child, and quite frankly, it's entertaining. Adorable.
What makes you happy, Kaylee?
What makes Kaylee happy?
Looks like.
What makes you happy?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Chocolate makes her happy.
Why didn't we think of this before?
I know, right? None of us
It's
said
a
chocolate.
I don't actually like chocolate.
What?
Well, that's because
What kind of
you're wrong.
communist are you?
I chocolate again.
She eats chocolate again?
You like chocolate?
Yeah.
Do you like ice cream too? Does ice cream make you happy?
Yeah. Let's get ice cream.
Does daddy make you
Oh,
happy?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? This just reaffirms what I said earlier. We just need to be more like Kaylee.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm down with that.
Look at
You know what? That's what I'm gonna do.
The Splatoon Splatfest. Like, I am
Oh my God.
genuinely surprised that Americans' love of mayo overcame Americans' love of Marina. And then
I was
discovered everyone on the Marina team was complaining because they thought they were going to win because it was all ketchup versus ketchup battles.
I thought for sure that ketchup was going to win.
Well, so did I, because you could literally put Hitler on Marina's side and people would go for it.
No, because I think ketchup is the better condiment.
Ketchup? Wait, ketchup and
Well, yeah, but you
mayonnaise?
can't
Mayo.
Americans fucking
Mayo?
love mayo.
Ketchup
Americans
is...
are all about the mayo.
Ketchup? No, what are you talking about? Ketchup is the American condiment.
Yeah. I thought
is
for
no-
sure that was why it would win. But apparently mayo won.
What?
Yeah.
Allow me to fill you in on how the rest of the world perceives you, and it's chugging mayo from a bottle.
I extremely dislike mayo.
The rest of the world, I like mayo. I feel like on a sandwich, it's like the best condiment to put on a sandwich, but ketchup is a better all-rounder condiment. And quite frankly, I don't understand how people around the world can do things like put mayo on eggs.
Ooh.
How the fuck
Or
else
really,
are you gonna
or
buy
put,
them
like,
in
ketchup
the
on
other
eggs.
solid
Honestly, I only
No, like an
ketchup.
omelet churba, not like chopped hard-boiled eggs.
Okay, you're gonna have to talk to Japanese people about that because nobody here does that. That's just
Good.
disgusting.
The only thing I like to do with ketchup, and I only like ketchup on like dipping things with ketchup. Like it has to be
What?
like a fried piece of chicken.
Scojo.
Or like what?
Hot dogs.
No.
What?
No.
What?
You...
No, I mean you can cut up
man.
the hot dog.
What?
I don't want ketchup. I don't like ketchup on bread.
Oh.
So like any time ketchup touches bread, other than breading on a piece of chicken that's fried, that's okay. Like, but not.
Are you
Okay.
telling me? Are you telling me you don't put ketchup and mustard on your hot dogs?
No. Why would I?
What do you
that?
put on them?
I usually just I choose to not eat hot dogs. Usually, I usually eat sausages or.
But where do you
bratwurst
get
or
your
something.
daily intake of lips and assholes?
Well, I do.
From
and
the
then
sausages.
If I do, I'll put usually cheese, or usually like or jalapenos, or like a crispy jalapeno that I get from Costco. That are these like crispy, like chipped jalapenos that are really good.
Yeah.
I like hot stuff, so I put hot things on everything, pretty much all the time. But I don't tend to try to eat a single hot dog. And if I do, I'll put relish. Sorry,
Okay,
I like
but-
relish.
Okay, fine.
Relish. I'm a
Fine.
relish eater.
Fine. Relish is fine. Wait, what do you? How do you define a sausage? Like, do you talking like kielbasas or hot
Pretty
Italian?
much anything
Kranskis?
that's not a hot dog.
Anything that's not a hot dog.
Like a proper Frankfurter, not like a weird American Frankfurter where it's lips and assholes in a bright red casing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, like, well, I mean,
Alright.
I'm about to go in September. I have my yearly sausage fest at my one friend's house that we go through, and
You don't
and
say.
one year we ate sausage from 18 different animals. It was pretty
Okay.
incredible. No, I'm just saying, like
Alright.
duck sausage, boar sausage.
Also, I hope Gratz doesn't listen back to this because she has some very strong opinions about sausages.
Okay. Well then, that is it for we've gone on more tangents than a river. But that's it for this episode. You'll hear from us next time on Acceptable Vices, where we do something. Yes, sure, X-Men. We'll talk about X-Men. That's what we'll do. Okay, I'll watch Logan. I'll watch Logan. I'll watch First Class and any other X-Men movie I've missed, and we'll talk about X-Men or
You'll
something.
watch a complete run of. You'll read the complete run of
Always.
Uncanny X-Men.
How long is that gonna take me? How long is that gonna take me, Skojo? Until I'm what, 40?
Let's see, X1, 2, 3, First Class 2, First Class 3, whatever the fuck that was.
Wait, I thought there was only one First Class
No,
movie.
there's First Class, Days of Future Past,
Mm-hmm.
and Apocalypse are the First Class.
Yeah, there we
trilogy.
go. What are they
Okay.
called?
Okay,
Numbers
fine.
were easy.
Wolverine.
Well, yeah, there was Wolverine and the Wolverine.
Yeah, the Wolverine.
I've seen Wolverine. I haven't seen the Wolverine
And
yet.
Deadpool.
Deadpool I've
Oh
seen.
yes, Deadpool and Logan.
P. Diddy.
So all up, you've got about
D. Pity.
10, 11 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Woo-woo.